can't believe I'm getting on the internet looking like this. But no, that's the point of why I'm here today. Pretty much. Okay. It's no shade, no tea. Okay? We're just gonna have a conversation, so please don't flame me. Please don't flame me in the comments. Oh, Lord of Jesus. Hi guys, my name's Yazi. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm gonna do my hair, and we're gonna talk about Black people business. So if you're not Black, I don't know what to tell you. And I'm gonna be doing my hair while I talk about this because I was watching a video by T Noir the other day, and she was talking about the glamorization of Black women and how we are expected to perform this hyper glamorized, always on 10, hair did, nails did, everything did versions of ourselves all the time, and how unrealistic and sometimes harmful that can be. We don't often get to see Black women just I think she used the term Black women in the ordinary. I like that. That was cute. So we're gonna do my hair today and talk about that video that I'm sure you've all seen of Normani and Meg Thee Stallion and Sierra at the Dolce & Gabbana fashion show banquet, throwing it in a circle. And I also want to preface the video by saying this is no tea, no shade to any of these women. They are all beautiful, talented, successful women who deserve everything that they have gotten in their careers, and more. And for Normani and Meg, I hope we're just seeing the beginning of their success, you know? So I don't want this to come across as if I'm judging these women for their decision to throw it at this fashion show. But the feelings that I had when I was watching the video were more like,
What are these Caucasians doing just sitting there staring?
Like, there's just all these, like, high fashion, luxury Caucasians recording and filming these women having fun. And I get that it's a bit of a spectacle, especially with their celebrity status. But it's like, are you here? It felt like they were watching for entertainment. And it brought up the question in my mind, are Black women being invited to these spaces for the right reasons? Are we there because they want to include us in these things? Because let's not get it twisted. High fashion is an extremely racist industry. Point, period, blank. No arguments. That's not a conversation. And we know very well that I would say maybe even 15 years ago, we would have never seen all these Black women invited to these kind of events. All of these dark-skinned Black women. All of these dark-skinned Black women who are known who are known in the media in a great part due to their bodies. You know, Wild Side just dropped. That just dropped. It is what it is, you know? But, you know, is this the time and the place for that behavior? And again, I'm not judging these women for their decision. Don't be in my comments talking about, not you talking about Black women, blah, blah, blah. Don't do it. Because like I said, I love all of these women. But it makes me feel like Black womanhood has become a joke to these people, essentially. You know, like, they don't... Yes, this is how we turn up. Yes, this is how we get lit. Yes, this is us in one of our many natural states. But that's not all we are. And I feel like, especially in the last, 5 or so years, we've really been pushing this hyper-sexualized, hyper-glamorized versions of ourselves as Black women, which is great because we deserve to be seen as beautiful. We deserve to be seen as sexy. We deserve to be seen as as people who are desirable, because we are all of those things. But But at the same time, it's like, what about the women who don't choose to express their femininity in that way? And don't get me wrong, I'd be throwing it too. That's how I choose to express my femininity, and that's how I choose to dance, or whatever you want to call it. But there are a lot of black women who don't, and that's just not them. And what harm does pushing this one narrative of who we are do? It's almost as if this has become something that people expect out of us. We've gone from the one-dimensional mammy figure to the one-dimensional angry single black woman figure to now the one-dimensional thought figure. And I feel like we're never allowed nuance. We're never allowed to be soft, to be subtle, to be... You don't know what I'm saying? Please tell me you know what I'm saying. It's like, why can't we go to a fashion show and just make the news for just being cute, for just looking good? Like, why is it that this is what we have to be talking about all the time when it comes to black women in the media, is our bodies and our sexuality and everything to do with that, and whether or not it is the time or the place, or whether or not it's a family-friendly event, or all the stupid stuff that people try to say to stigmatize us when we do dance or perform our femininity in these ways. Oh, Lordy. It feels like we're their entertainment, and it feels like they don't take us seriously, and it feels like they invite us to these spaces in order to see this performance, because now it's cool, now it's in, now it's popular. I saw this one stupid article that popped up, I think on Snapchat. I'll try to find it again so I can show it to you, but it talked about how Sierra kept it classy, and as Megan and Normani continued to gyrate on the ground, she brought it back up, and there were all these comments from women talking about, oh yeah, Sierra keeping it classy, you can tell she's married, you can tell she has a husband. It's like, you can be twerking at a fashion show and still have a husband. It's the stigma that's put on us that, like, we're either the Zendayas, the Sierras, the Aisha Currys, we're either that or we're raunchy, or we're thoughts, or we're hoes, or we're seductresses, or we're not family appropriate. And I guess that's why the question raises to me that should we stop? Should we stop doing these things in public? Should we pick a time and place where people that are allowed to see us in this way? That's not fair. That's not fun. We should be able to dance and have fun in the ways that we want to dance and have fun without that having to reflect on every black woman ever that chooses to dress a certain way, look a certain way, do her makeup a certain way. It doesn't make any sense, but we live in this world where those are the categories they put us in. It reminds me of this interview that I was watching of Kat Graham. Y'all better know who Kat Graham is. Put some respect on my sister's name. Justice for Bonnie, that's all I gotta say. Bonnie deserves better. They did her so dirty. And I'll try to find this too and link it down in the description, but she was pretty much talking about how she has never played a character with her own natural hair. And that was just so interesting to me, because I remember looking up to Kat Graham a lot, because I was a huge fan of the Vampire Diaries when I was young, and it's so rare to see a black character in television on a predominantly white show that has a complex storyline, that isn't just there for comedic banter or to be the butt of the joke or to be the ugly friend. Like, Bonnie has her own relationships, her own family, her own stories, her own trials, her own tribulations, and don't get me wrong, don't put it past me how dirty they did our girl. But, it was nice to see that. And I've also watched Kat Graham in a lot of other things, too. And any other, black girl that doesn't have the loose, nice, curly 3A, 3B hair can relate to the fact that we never see women that are wearing their natural hair out like we do. Like, especially not in CW shows or in any sense where that woman is supposed to be seen as desirable, you know? The texturism of it all. Why can't I get this even? Oh my God. And I remember looking at her always and being like, wow, why isn't my hair like hers? Why when I straighten my hair, it doesn't look like hers? Why does it seem like her hair is always perfect? Well, she was wearing a wig all the time. They were pretty... Looking back, they weren't that good wigs, but like I was like 10, okay? Like I couldn't tell. I wasn't paying attention that much to her hair. But I noticed that with like all other Black women characters too. Like, why can't Black women wear their natural hair? Why can't we? We know why we can't. We know why we wear weaves. We know why we wear wigs. And again, this is no tea and no shade to anybody. If that is how you want to express yourself, if that is what you feel comfortable in, if that is what you want to do, then that is great. And I will never put down any Black woman for wearing her hair the way that she wants to. And just because somebody wears weaves or wigs does not mean that they don't love their natural hair. Stop it with that nonsense. This is just to say that, like, why can't we be ordinary? Why can't we just exist? Why do we always have to be on 10? Back to the same stupid bonnet debate that keeps coming up. Why can't we wear bonnets out in public? Why is that what's seen as dirty or inappropriate or unkempt, but any other person can wake up out of bed and just come up with their hair the way it is, and nobody really cares. Messy is cute for white women. Messy as a Black woman? I don't think so. And even when we're wearing natural hairstyles, why we always gotta have baby hairs? I'm not good at that, y'all. I'm really not. Like, please, just let me. I'm trying. I practice. Should I practice right now? Maybe. I practice though. I'm gonna brush my edges down a little bit, but I still said what I said. But why? Why do we feel the need to do this? I have a friend's birthday dinner tonight, and I want my hair to look nice, and I want it to look, cute. Like I did it. I want it to also stay fresh looking, freshly brushed. Why can't we just have our little curly cues going? It's exhausting. It's exhausting me to be a woman, period. But especially a woman of color. Part of the reason why it's so hard for me personally to make YouTube videos is because I don't like video format content, because I have been ridiculed for the way that I look for so long. And, maybe it was sometimes I call it my skin. No, I grew up in rural Arizona. These people are racist out here. And they look at me, they say, anyway. And they say, Blackie. But I don't want to have to represent a perfect version of myself all the time, because I think feeding into this narrative that we have to be perfect all the time is harmful. But I don't want the hate comments. I don't want the people coming in my comments talking about, look at her nappy head, or look at this, or when I do my makeup, oh, she should contour her nose a certain way, or she should do this, or she should do that. Shut up. Why are we still talking about women and what they choose to do with their bodies? Oh my God, I thought we were past this. You know what would have been a good show for a woman to wear her natural hair on at least sometimes? On Empire. Taraji's character Cookie always is wearing wigs. Why? Even on a Black show, like, yes, on like Love and Hip Hop, on Housewives of Potomac, Housewives of Atlanta, Married to Medicine, all those kind of shows. You know what I'm talking about. These women are typically wearing wigs and weaves as well. But when you take into where they are regionally, especially the shows that are more based in the cities, based in the South, that's like kind of the style there. Like, women there wear those things a little bit more often. I feel like it's more commonplace for people just to wear weaves and wigs in their everyday life. Whereas in Arizona, if you do see a Black person, they're probably going to have their natural hair out. It's just regional style, But also because these women are on national television. Like no one wants to hear about how she ain't got no edges and her hair thin, her hair short, or her hair don't even touch her shoulders, or all this other nonsense that we do to police black women's hair. You see how off track I got? We got from policing the way we dance to policing the way we present ourselves. It's just everything. Everything is so. Everybody just be up in our fucking business. Get out of our business. Get out of black women's business. Alright, I think that's all I had to say for the most part. Just something about that video deeply disturbed me, and that's why I was like, I need to talk about this. Maybe I should talk about, featureism and colorism and how that all combines, but I feel like there's a lot of women that are doing it better than me, who are putting these videos together that are so cited and so well researched, and they're so articulate, and that's great for them. But that's just not the type of content I want to make. I don't want to have to be perfect to post a YouTube video. I want to get on here and I want to ramble and I want to chit chat just like these average white women get to do every day. I tried the whole cited research thing and it didn't work out for me. And not because I don't want to be well informed on these things. I feel like I am well informed, and I feel like I do take the time to know what I'm talking about. But I don't want to come on here and people to take my word for gospel, or for people to be like, oh, like this is how I should interact, or how I should respond to black people, and this is the language that I should use with black people, because I'm very well aware that my experience is not the same as everyone else's experience. Not that any of our experiences are the same, but munchkin privilege. What you gonna say? I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I hope maybe this conversation will provoke you to have these conversations with the people around you about the things that we expect out of black women, how we expect them to make us laugh, expect them to dance, expect them to perform in a way, and how
you should get rid of all those expectations,
because we are multifaceted creatures who are capable of so much and so many different things, so many different styles and looks and personalities and ways of being. And stop telling black girls that they sound white or look white or act white or listen to white music, because guess what? We can enjoy other things. We don't all have to be Meg Thee Stallion or Normani. Okay? Good. Sometimes we can just be little old Yazi. Okay. Well, thanks for listening. See you guys later. Bye.